Okay, everyone, so completed row 61, going into row 62. This will be video 8, and we're almost there. A few more rows and we're done. Hopefully everything will go well, right? So I've closed in with slip stitch. Let me just put this up a little bit more. Okay, so we have to come in the center here again and do those 3 front posts. So single, 2 chain, come back in that middle double crochet and do 2 more front posts. So where we have the front posts, the 3 front posts, we're continuing to do it in the middle one only, okay? Chain 2. Now, if your tension is tight and because you do have a different thread, then you probably need to do 3. Or even here, I should have mentioned before, instead of 2, you probably need to do 3. But anyway, you should know that as a crocheter, that sometimes you have to increase on certain stitches, right? Okay, so chain 2. I'm going to do a front post. I believe it's triple. Okay, so sorry, not triple, normal double crochet front post. So double crochet front post twice, okay? We are on those quadruples, okay? Now, so we're gonna go behind and we're doing back posts, double crochet. So back post double crochet and 1 chain in between the back posts. So from behind to the front to the back and 1 chain space in between them. So this row is going to be a little bit longer because we have a lot of these front posts and back posts, but the beauty speaks for itself, right, people? So we have 7 double crochets. We must do 7 back posts, okay? Like that, okay? Now we're going to do 2 double crochet front posts on this quadruple. 1. Of course, my thread is not like the easiest thread in the world, so bear with me. It's just very slippery. It's almost like a silk. So it's going to be like that, okay? And then again, 1, 2 chain, or if you need to do 3. I'm doing 2 because this is very elasticy and I don't want it to be too baggy, okay? So you have to do it accordingly to your tension. Then again, I'm going to go directly. No, there's a 2 chain. I don't know what I was saying directly. 1, 2, coming in, front post double crochets, and then going directly on that very first double crochet in the back and do, oh, I have to do back post, right? I guess I must be tired. Spent quite a few hours doing it, so very normal. And then I can't see anything in front of me here with this slippery material, makes it very harder. So again, back post. So it's going to be like that. We don't want anything baggy here, okay? It has to stay nice, so you have to see your tension, how it is, in order to do your chains. So 7. Oh, this thing is so heavy. Oh my goodness, it weighs a lot. Shipping is going to be crazy once this is sold and shipped out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then again on that quadruple, do 2, front posts, 1 and 2. Okay, and then chain 2, come in the center of those 3 front posts and create the 3 front posts again. Chain 2, and then front post 2 times on that quadruple, and then going to that very first double crochet, which is always the hardest for me to pull out because of this thread. My tension doesn't help either. It's very tight, right? So one chain in between them, and it is much easier when I have it on my lap, right? My hands are stretched out at this point. So yeah, it's been a very difficult tutorial for me with this thread, I have to say. I got blisters on my fingers. I have calluses on my fingers. Unbelievable. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7. And then again on that quadruple, you do your 2 front posts. Oh my goodness, seriously. Okay. And then of course 2 chain into the middle of that 3 front posts that we have. And that's how it's going to look, nice and tidy. We don't want anything waving or baggy. So if you need to do a 3 chain 4 chain because your thread is different, then go ahead. I think I'm okay with mine. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this row 62. Okay, everyone, so finished row 62, going to row 63. Thought it would have been longer than that, but actually wasn't that bad. So I'm going to come in the center again of those 3 front posts, doing the 3 front posts. Single, 2 chain, coming back in. Oh my goodness, don't you love it when it just slips right out? Mind to tell you, my hands are very slippery right now. I don't know why. 2, and 3. 2 chain. Now, if you need to do only 1 chain, go ahead, okay? So probably going to do 1 chain only. I think it's best. I don't want this thing to be pulling or waving. So on that first front post, I'm going to do a front post. On that second one, I'm going to do 2 front posts on the same stitch, okay? Like that. Then I'm coming directly into that first space between the first and the second double crochet, single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain. I can't even see nothing in front of me. Single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain, and into the last space. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 1 chains in between. Now, remember we did 2 front posts, so the increase is in the inside of that front post, coming in and doing my 2 front posts on this first one, and then 1 on the next, exactly how we did on the other side over here, right? I'm going to do 1 chain, and we're going in the center and creating those 3 front posts. So 1, 2, and 3. 1 chain. For some of you, this might have to be 2 chain, okay? It's my thread that I really have to be careful with. So coming in that first front post, doing 1 only. The increase is in the inside, that second front post. So 2 together. Oh my goodness. So did my 2, and then go directly in between space, that first and second double crochet with a single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain. So we'll have 6 singles and 5 1 chains, okay? That means in between each one. Again, don't forget it's the inside one that has the 2 front post double crochet. The increase is always in the inside. What do I mean by the inside? In, closer to the double crochets, in. The next one, 1 alone. Okay, I'm doing only 1 chain, but you can do 2. Okay, it probably calls for 2 on your thread. Doing the 3 double crochets, front post in the middle of that double crochet, and then just repeating everything the same all the way around. So gonna look like that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 63. Okay, everyone, finished row 63, going into row 64. So I've closed inward slip stitch. Again, we must always do these 3 front posts. Actually, I don't know why I did this like this, but let's just go in, single, and 2 chains. So my first front post, come back in that middle one, always working only the middle. 2 and 3. 1 chain. I'm going to do one front post double crochet for each one that we have here, but we're going to have an increase on the last one. So we did 3 double crochet front posts, and we're also going to do 3 plus 1 more on this one. So we'll have 4 front post double crochet. Make sure you stretch enough so it doesn't become over tight like I do, like that. Then we're coming in between that first single, 1, 2, so now we're decreasing, 3, 4, 1 chain space in between them, and 5 with 1 chain space. Then repeating the same thing. Coming in this very first front post, we're going to do the increase exactly how we did on the previous row. So 1, 2, and then 1 per stitch on the other 2. So we have 3, and my last one, 4. So we started with 1, we went into 2, then we did 3, now we're into 4. Okay? Always an increase on the inside ones. 1 chain, and again, coming in the middle one, and doing the 3 front posts. One chain, and repeat again all of the front posts. And then 2 front posts on this very last one. Go directly into that first 1 chain space and 1 chain into the next one. So you should have 5 singles now. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in that first front post, doing the increase again. I never learned my lesson. I tell you to loosen up, but you think I did, right? We'll just keep trying. This thread does not help me at all. And then I haven't loosened that up, so that doesn't help. So 1, 2. Normal front post, so you should have 4 on each side of the motif here. Like that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 64. Okay, everyone, so finished row 64, going to row 65. I've closed in with slip stitch, coming in the center, doing that single and 2 chains. So we're going to continue to do these 3, 1, 2 chain, coming back in the middle of that 3 double crochet as we're creating in between the motifs. So continuing to do that. This time we're not doing no chain space. We're going directly into the next one and doing the front posts. This is no different than the previous row. The only thing is this time we're not doing chain space, and we're also doing an increase on this last one. So we'll have 5 front post double crochets. So on this very last one, we're going to do 2, 1, and 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. No chain coming in. This time we're going to do 4 singles, 1 chain, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming directly on that first front post and doing the 2 front posts exactly how we did on the other side to have those 5 front post double crochets. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Again, going directly, no chain, into that middle front post and creating the 3 front posts. Directly into that first one. And 2 on the very last one. So we'll have our 5 front posts. Of course, with this thread and my tension being tight and the camera in my face does not help. Okay. And then 1 single, 1 chain. 1 single, 1 chain. Single, 1 chain. And single. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then repeat again the 5 front posts. Okay, So I'll meet you at the end of my row 65. This is video 8. Okay, everyone, so finished row 65, going to row 66. And I'm going to come in with the gold. I don't have any more of that gray, and I'm not ordering at all. I still had a full roll of the gold, so I'm going to use the gold. Why not? And we're good to go. So I'm going to, so I've closed in with slip stitch, as you can see there. Let me just try to see if I can bring this up this way. So I'm going to go in that first one. Now, in case you are not changing color, you can do one chain and then come back in that first front post. We're working on the front post. This is the middle ones that we usually do the middle. Remember, we're not doing the middle now. And I'm going to do single and 2 chain. I'm going to try to hide this thread a little bit more here. So single 2 chain would be for that front post double crochet. Okay. And then I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm coming in to let me just see here for a second. Okay, you guys, let's try that again. So single, and I'm just going to do 1 chain, okay, like for that front post double crochet. We have to do, this time it's going to chain, so we're going to come back on the same one, and we're going to do a second front post on that same one we have. Remember, we used to do the 3 in between the motifs? Okay. And then I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come in the last one here, and we're going to do an incomplete 2 front posts. We're almost at the end, and it's at the end that gets really annoying because we're really like wanting to finish it up. I don't think it's on here. Oh my goodness. Okay, everyone, so it is. I don't know why I got confused, but I did. I guess it's the tiredness from it. So then once you do the 2 incomplete, you close it together, okay? Now, we're going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come into that next one, and I'm going to do an incomplete front post and into the next one. This is where we have the 5 front posts, okay? And we're going to close these 2 together, coming in the next one, front post. We're still going to have the 5 front posts, but done differently, okay? So we have 3 coming in the next one, again incomplete, and we're going to close those last 2 together. So 1 and 2, and close it together. So we do have 2, 3, 4, 5. We did the incomplete, 1 per front post, right? And now we're just going to do the normal going in, doing the single. I have to glue, not glue, but burn that 1 chain. So we should have now 3 singles here, okay? And now we're decreasing, we're almost closing up the motif. And I can't wait to get over and done with, honestly. So we've done the 3 singles and 1 chain. Again, we're going to come on that first one, front post. No different what we did, but we're doing incomplete. Okay, so, and now we're closing it together. And then coming in the next one, front post, and then the last two we're doing incomplete front post, 2, 1 per stitch. Like that, okay? It makes any sense to you? And then 1 chain. We're coming in that very first one of the 3, and we're doing incomplete, and then another front post on the same one and close it together. Chain 2. Coming in that last one, and we're going to do the 2 incomplete also, and closing it together. And then coming got to do 1 chain, coming in that first one, incomplete, coming in that second one, incomplete, and closing it together. Coming in that third one, so I can feel it already. This row is going to take a little bit longer because of all these front posts. Incomplete, and then closing it together. Then coming directly inside of that 1 chain, single, 1 chain, single, 1 chain, and single. So now we have 3 singles. Okay. Coming directly into that first. Now, of course, it's pulled back there because we did 2 on the same stitch. Hold it, incomplete, into the next one, incomplete, and holding it and closing it together. Into the next one, front post, and then again the 2 last ones incomplete. So we can continue with the 5 front posts because we're almost closing the pattern out. Okay, 1 chain, coming on that very first one and doing 2 incomplete, 1, 2, closing it together, chain 2, coming on that last one and doing 2 incomplete, and closing it together. And that's how it's going to look like once it has been completed. Okay, and now you do your 1 chain, come on that first of the 5, incomplete, on the second, incomplete, and closing it together. And then into the next one, front post, and again, incomplete, 1, and 2. Go directly, 1, single, on that 1 chain, 1 chain, single, 1 chain, and my third one. Go directly into that first front post, which is so tight back there, and do the incomplete into the next one, incomplete, and closing it together. Again, incomplete, not incomplete, sorry, the front post. Now the last 2 is incomplete. So the first 2 and the last 2 of the 5 is incomplete. We're cutting down stitches at this point, okay? And that's what it looks like. Now, of course, my thread tends to pleat quite a bit. It might have the sensation with yours that it might pleat, but it won't. If you feel that it is getting too wavy, then you don't have to do that one chain space. You will have to do it on the next row because we need some space in between the motifs here. But my thread is a special kind, right? As you all know. I've mentioned, I think, on every video. So I'll meet you at the end of my row 66. Okay, everyone, so finished row 66, going to row 67. We're almost there. And I can't wait because I am just so fed up of working with this. It's like a vinyl thread, honestly. And the more rows you go, the more tight and wavy it gets. Just crazy. Okay, so closing in with slip stitch. Now, closing in with slip stitch, we're going to close right here in between those two. And we're going to do one chain. We're going to come behind and we're going to do a single and one chain. We're going to come back behind again. So this time we're doing 2 incomplete front post double crochet. Okay. We're also going to do one chain. I'm going to come in the center here of this 2 chain that we did with 1 double crochet, 1 chain, come back in again. It's like we're creating a little V, okay, in the center of that. Oh my God, my thread is all tangled up. So we're creating a little V, 1 chain in between, and again, 1 chain. And we're going to come in and take out incomplete, 2 incomplete double crochet on this side also. Like that, okay? So we've grabbed them both to do the 2 incomplete double crochet. So a single, 1 chain, and then 1 chain space, double crochet inside of that 2 chain we did, 1 chain, double crochet, 1 chain, and the 2 incomplete double crochets again, okay? Now, we're going to do 1 chain. We're going to come behind both of them. Remember, we closed them both together. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do front post and double crochet into the next one. Again, front post double crochet. So we have 2. Let me just see a minute. Okay, you guys, sorry. So here, so we did front post, coming in this next one, front post, and this one here also, front post. So we have 3, and on this one here, we have to do an increase. So 2 on the same one, like that. So we still have our 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then we're going to come directly in and we're going to do a single. We should do 2 singles now. We're decreasing, remember, at 1 chain and a single, and then again going directly we must do an increase on this side also. So 1, 2. Next one, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because we do we're doing, let me just confirm. So we're doing 1, 2. So we're grabbing the incomplete that we did close together. That's 1, 2, 3. So 1 per stitch, and then the last one, 2 together. So here again, 2 together, and then 1 per stitch, and of course we grab both of them here on that one. Okay, now 1 chain, doing the 2 incomplete double crochet in the center there. Remember the one we kept going in the center? 1 chain, 1 double crochet, 1 chain. We're creating a V. 1 double crochet, 1 chain. So we have a V now in the center. We're going to do 2 incomplete double crochet like that. Okay, 1 chain. So we're grabbing both. Remember we had closed both together. So we're doing double crochet, front post double crochet into the next one. So 1 per stitch, 2. Coming on this one. No, we have, yes, 2, 3. So we're going right here on this one, even though we had closed them together, remember? And then increase here. 2 incomplete, not incomplete, sorry. 1 and 2. So 1 chain after we do that center for the V, 1 chain, front post double crochet, grabbing the 2, okay, and then 1 per stitch, front post, and then on the last one, 2 together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming in directly on that first 1 chain, single, 1 chain, and single. And then again, we're doing 2 incomplete on this very first one. Not incomplete. Sorry, I keep saying incomplete because we've been doing the previous row incomplete. You have to close them out like that, okay? So 2 on the same stitch, and then 1 per stitch. So we have 3, 4, and now we're grabbing these 2, and 5. Okay, 1 chain, doing 2 incomplete double crochet, 1 chain, coming in the center, double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet, 1 chain, and doing 2 incomplete double crochet. Okay, I hope you guys understood. So I'm taking my time with it too. Okay, 1 chain, grabbing those 2 that we had close together, and doing front post double crochet into the next one, front post double crochet. We had closed these two together, but we're only working one at a time. Front post double crochet, and on the last one, 2 double crochets on the same stitch. This way we continue still with the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come in directly where that one chain is, single, one chain, single. So we have 2 singles. And then coming in that first one again and doing your increase, front post, double crochet on the same one also. 1 per stitch. So front post on the next one, front post on the next one. So we have 2. Did I miss something here? No, I didn't. Okay. And now we're grabbing the last 2 because the last 2 is close together. So we can continue with the 5. So it really pulls, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 chain, 2 incomplete double crochets, 1 chain into the center of that 2 chain with 1 double crochet, 1 chain into the center, creating that V, 1 chain, and 2 incomplete double crochet, like that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row 67. Hopefully I still have enough memory. If not, I will see you on the last tutorial, but I'll check how many minutes I already have on this video. This is video 8, okay?